So here's knowledge that might ruin your day. Ice Spice actually shows up in SpongeBob. No, for real.
Don't waste my time, Squirt.
Mind blown, right? But hold up, who do you think this is behind this mysterious, seemingly ordinary voice?
Come to me.
I promise that one's gonna be a bit of a shock. So get ready to see the many iconic actors, comedians, and even musicians who've lent their voices and faces to Bikini Bottom's wildest characters, starting with everyone's controversial fave. See if you can guess who they are before the reveal. So in the episode The Big One, SpongeBob and the gang are suffering from a really hot day when they decide to visit the beach. Somehow they get carried away by a massive wave into a completely unknown area where they hear legends about a Jack Kahuna Laguna, a mystical surfer who always rides the best waves. And so SpongeBob, Squidward, and Patrick head out to meet this surfer in hopes that he can help them return home.
Oh my God.
Oh cool, he looks kinda Chad. But does he open his mouth or do something? Because
that was your first lesson.
SpongeBob and the others would probably have a better chance of surviving by just swimming back home than listening to this guy's lectures, though Jack does return at night to give the boys a very important message.
Just keep breathing.
That's it?
We just have to stare into this fire all night.
We're gonna be stuck here forever.
I'm starting to think that this guy's just a glorified stoner. Or a genius. We're gonna see in due time. And while Squidward desperately tries to find a way out, SpongeBob and Patrick continue to faithfully act on Jack's teachings.
Please tell me you two didn't stare at that fire all night. All right, I'm done.
With nothing else to say after seeing that dumb look, Squidward heads off to Jack's house to handle business on his own.
Hey, Blondie, teach me how to surf.
You obviously didn't stare into the fire all night like your friends over there. Those dudes are gonna make awesome surfers.
Unfortunately, before Jack's prediction gets the time to come true, the group faces an even bigger problem as the terrifying thunderstorm, the terrifying thunderstorm starts ravaging their island. It's been prophesied by many... Can we just roll the clip, please?
Where's he going? Come on!
Holy frick, that almost gave me a heart attack. After a short chase through the island, the gang makes it to the top where Jack is waiting for them.
JKL! Is this the next part of our training?
These clouds, they can only mean one thing.
And what's that?
Every 1,000 years or so, a perfect wave is formed. Biggest, fastest, longest, gnarliest.
Yeah, okay, got it. It's the world's most awesomest wave ever. Okay, what's next?
They call it the Big One.
Hey, that's what they used to call me.
We'll have to catch it.
Faced with this terrifying reality, the group has two choices. Either spend the rest of their days stoned on the island with Jack, or follow him to the island's coast and risk a brutal death for a tiny chance at making it back home. Obviously, they choose the latter option because who could even stand this guy?
This wind feels like broken glass with razor blades.
Stop that one!
No!
Yeah, screw that. I just turn around and go live with Jack, actually. But if that's not bad enough, someone else is in trouble. Mr. K is also there, floating in the hostile ocean's dreadful waters.
Look, that's Mr. Krabs down there.
You like it when I comb your hair, don't you, Casey?
Mr. Krabs!
Who said that?
Don't worry, unfortunately, this isn't the last time we'll see Mr. Krabs.
Looking for this?
JKL!
And Casey!
No! Not Chad Surfer Guy! On the plus side, he was pretty chill about it. I apologize for misjudging him. He was a pretty cool dude, huh? Jack also happens to be one of the only celebrity characters to actually look like a celebrity in the series, and that's because he's voiced by, get ready for it, Johnny Depp. Yeah, Johnny frackin' Depp in SpongeBob. I truly broadened my horizons with this video. Moving on to our next entry, Sage from the movie Sponge on the Run. If you've already seen the movie, then, well, this character's voice actor wouldn't be that much of a surprise. So what happens is one day, Plankton kidnaps Gary and sends him off to the distant Atlantic City to distract SpongeBob while he hatches an evil scheme. And so, SpongeBob and Patrick head out on Otto, a robot transport machine, to journey towards their precious friend. Unfortunately, trouble strikes when they stop at a deserted town.
Otto, keep it close.
Yeah, don't go anywhere.
Go anywhere. Oh.
Wish I could get rid of my problems that easily. There goes the boys' ride. Wonder how they're going to even make it to Atlantis at this point, or anywhere for that matter. This is where a special hero swoops in to save the day. Yo, it's Keanu Reeves. I mean Sage. I don't know what he's gonna say, but anything related to Keanu's gotta be great, right?
Who are you?
I am a simple tumbleweed. Call me Sage.
Good name.
I'm made out of sage and I am a sage. Works out pretty well.
Okay, that makes sense. So what's the wise tumbleweed of wisdom got to do with this?
Ew.
Take this challenge coin.
Challenge coin.
It will give you courage when bravery is in short supply.
Cool.
Now that wasn't as sagely as expected, but throughout the whole movie, Sage does continue to guide the two throughout all the difficult challenges they need to go through to save Gary. At one point, he even lends them some of his magical powers to assist them with the journey.
We're back on the bottom. It must have been a dream.
More of a vision.
Sage, you are real.
Real is your desire to see that which you cannot.
That which I cannot see is Gary.
Good point, SpongeBob. What's the point of getting involved in so much danger when you don't even know if you'll find your friend in the end? Of course, Sage also knows this and gives SpongeBob the information he needs.
I gotta know what's happening.
This wish I grant you. You may now view what's happening at the same time as things are happening to you. The window of meanwhile.
Window of meanwhile.
Is it like a magical video call? Finally, Sage is showing some actual sagely powers.
Hey, Gary!
It doesn't look so bad.
He looks like he's well taken care of.
found. Hello, precious.
Gary?
I hope you don't run out of juice, or you'll end up like the others.
What?
There's no way he poured salt over the others, right? So now that SpongeBob and Patrick know the dangerous conditions in which Gary is being held hostage, they rush over to the city of Atlantis to save their dear friend. Unfortunately, on the way there, they end up completely ignoring Sage's warnings and end up partying the entire night and collapsing outside like some kind of homeless junkies. It is at this moment that Sage appears once more to remind the boys of their true goal.
Well, well, well. Nice work, boys. Way to take my pearls of wisdom and flush them down the toilet.
Ouch. Though I still can't really blame them here, considering their current state. Seriously, these two buffoons still don't know the situation they're in.
Oh, wait, did we?
Lose focus like I told you not to? You came here to get back something you lost.
Come on, get those gears running, boys.
Yeah, it's hard enough being stuck in a tumbleweed, but dealing with you two makes me want to light myself on fire.
Harsh as frick, but once again, Sage hits the nail on the head. Honestly, Gary doesn't deserve such awful friends. Who knows? Even the Atlantis King might end up treating him better.
Fortunately for you, you woke up right here on the steps of Poseidon's palace. Go!
Gary, we're coming for ya!
Okay, this time they're surely going to go straight for the objective and rescue their friend, right? No, of course not. These buffoons end up gambling all their money away and literally get jailed in a foreign country.
Hey, losers.
Oh, hey, Sage.
Guess who gambled away my challenge coin?
Did I mention you are the worst epic heroes for whom I have ever been a spirit guide?
I don't think they actually care. Imagine being in a most shameless person contest and facing off against these guys. They'd probably just steal your trophy and act like they got face and square in front of the audience. Come on, Sage, drill some real sense into these frickers.
The coin was just a symbol. The courage you seek is inside you, not in the coin, and it will come to you in your hour of need.
Isn't this my hour of need?
Oh no, it gets way worse. Bye.
And so, after Sage's final stern warning, the boys actually take his advice to heart and make it all the way inside the king's hall to grab Gary. Unfortunately, the Atlantis King isn't about to let his precious pet go so easily.
Just hand over the snail, and you can all go free.
Sage? Hi!
Remember, the courage you seek is inside you.
After Sage's final push, SpongeBob gets the courage to say no to the king and happily returns him with his best friend. Also, I don't need to mention this, but Sage is of course played by Keanu Reeves.
Tell them, whoever it is, I'll kill them. I'll kill them all.
Yeah, epicosity aside, I will say that Keanu's wise mentor role as Sage really matches his overall wholesome vibe in real life. Now, this next character is voiced by someone involved in one of the most adored global franchises. It starts on another ordinary night, when SpongeBob finds it hard to sleep because of all the monsters prowling outside his house and accidentally summons an actual monster with the brightest nightlight known to man.
And another thing. What the? Dear Neptune!
Is that a real monster or a mothster? Well, whoever or whatever that thing is our celebrity character for this entry. And it goes without saying, celebrities make flashy entrances.
Enemy that I have searched 57 years for. Get some fiend. Golden.
I'll just give it up, old man. Isn't it time for you to hit the nursing home? Seriously, we cannot deal with Mermaid Man breaking a hip at his age. Also, how on earth is he rivals with the frackin' moth? These guys seem to have a real thing for animal-themed enemies. Anyway, Mermaid Man does go chasing after the moth, at least as fast as arthritic joints allow him to.
Back here, rival!
Oh my! Mermaid Man needs assistance! Absorbo Pants is here!
This is the same guy who thought frackin' corals outside his house looked like a skeleton, right? How is he acting so brave all of a sudden?
Savory light, come to me.
Well, they're plotting something seriously malicious, but not so fast. An unexpected hero is on the way.
Let me help you! Is that enough light for you? Okay, guys, he's all taken care of.
And just casually dropping that after dumping him to the trash, SpongeBob is ice cold. I would never grab a bug that size with my bare hands. Maybe Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy can just leave the heroing work to him. But wait, it couldn't be so easy to defeat a supervillain, could it?
See you in another 57 years.
I think it's time to go home.
Well, that's nice and all. Both SpongeBob and Patrick are left homeless for real after getting so coldly abandoned.
We are all alone, Patrick. No shelter.
It's all good. They're just gonna go to sleep and forget what happened the very next day. Anyway, the special character featured in this episode wasn't extremely important, but the person who voiced it is Mark Hamill. And just in case you don't know who that is, this should jog your memory.
No, I am your father.
That's impossible!
It's just Luke Skywalker from Star Wars. Of course, Mr. Hamill has many other notable appearances, but I think this one speaks for itself. Also, you know he's like Joker for like a lot of big animated Joker roles too. How is brother Luke Skywalker in Joker? I will always be amazed at that. I don't know why he voiced the moth. Maybe it's because of the Joker credit, but like, I mean, he killed it. Feel free to leave in the comments below what your favorite Mark Hamill role is, or if you think he fit a role like this. I think he did. I don't think anyone disagrees with that, but just in case you want to be contrarian. Next up is the Gambler, a character who appears in a flesh-eating pirate zombie bar just to set the theme for his big boss's entry.
Most don't, even when I'm on, I'm off, y'all.
After a long performance that would definitely get me copyright struck, the Gambler leaves the scene with a very polite goodbye.
Hey, yo, SpongeBob, I got a dip. Y'all got this.
Needless to say, the Gambler is played by the legendary Snoop Dogg himself.
Last but not least, I want to thank me.
Are you just as surprised as me that Snoop Dogg, out of all people, appeared on SpongeBob? Oh, don't worry, we got many more surprises in store for you. Okay, I promise this is the last character who appears as themselves. Actually, never mind. There's someone else like that coming up later. So in the episode Truth or Square, Patch the Pirate is contracting celebrities to see if they're just willing to appear on the show. That's when he dials, honestly, you're not gonna believe who.
Hey, LeBron, how's the dribbling?
What's up?
Would you like to be a guest on the Fan Club McGoracle special for SpongeBob?
I love SpongeBob, man, but I can't have a game today. I'm sorry.
The season's hardly even started yet. Oh, they won't care if you miss one game, will they?
Wait. Is that the Bombay? Oh, come on. You can miss a game or two.
I have a contract.
Oh, contract.
Dude, I gotta go.
Well, that's the end of that. Short-lived, but it's really cool that they still appeared on the show. Anyway, guess who voiced this character? LeBron James. Uh-huh. It's absolutely insane. I mean, SpongeBob is like the most mainstream thing I can think of, but like, still, I don't know. It's still amazing to me. Now, LeBron isn't the only one who made a guest appearance on SpongeBob. Patchy also rings up Will Ferrell when he's out on his morning workout.
Yeah, who's calling me?
It's Patchy the Pirate, president of the SpongeBob SquarePants fan club in Encino.
Oh, really? Because I'm president of the SpongeBob fan club Tarzana chapter, and I'm throwing a TV show too, so get in line.
What?
Yo, didn't know my man was chill like that, dude. You know, I'm gonna see if I can find the nearest SpongeBob fan club near me after this. Anyway, Patchy questions if Will's obscure fan club even has a notable guest or two. So he starts naming a bunch of world-famous celebs who will be attending his event.
You name it, we've got it. Hollywood stars, musical people, a guy who does things with knives.
It's not as impressive as I thought. Sounds like me trying to name my connections after I act big in front of my friends. Of course, Patchy takes his chance to completely humble Will.
Hang on to your hat. Sir Quentin and Mr. Tinder. Ever heard of him?
What? The world's 5th best ventriloquist?
Of course.
No way!
And with that little tantrum, Will gives up on taunting the OG and hangs up the phone. Pretty cool to see Megamind throwing a hissy fit in SpongeBob, eh? Alright, now this one might actually surprise you. Our special character this time is Mindy, Princess of the Sea. And she's not a small cameo or minor role, no. Mindy is one of the most important characters in the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. So what happens is King Neptune throws another one of his self-important tantrums in his palace. Instead of focusing on important matters, he calls forth his imprisoned crown polisher for interrogation.
Bring the prisoner forward!
You have confessed to the crime of touching the king's crown.
Yes, but
what?
It's my job, Your Highness.
Right away, Princess Mindy steps in to help the innocent subject against her tyrannical father.
20 years!
Daddy, you're free to go.
Bless you, Princess Mindy.
By freeing a terrified crown polisher, Mindy has shown that she's basically the only emotionally stable person in the room. Unfortunately, seconds later, Neptune's crown goes missing thanks to Plankton's dastardly scheme to sow chaos into the world. And that's where everything goes downhill.
Would you like to order something? I'm on to you, Krabs! Clever as you are, you left one damning piece of evidence at the scene. I stole your crown, signed Eugene Krabs!
As you can imagine, the plankton-planted evidence does not bode well for Krabs. Later on, when Neptune is seconds away from straight up executing the greedy but innocent crustacean, Mindy once again intervenes to save him and SpongeBob.
I'll have to fry you both.
Daddy, stop it! Can't you get through one day without executing someone? Where's your love and compassion? Look at this little guy. He's willing to risk his life to find your crown and save his boss.
Somehow, Mindy eventually convinces Neptune to give him a chance and retrieve the crown from Shell City. But before SpongeBob and Patrick leave, Mindy gives them the Bag of Winds, a magical item that can bring them home once the crown is recovered.
Here, take this.
What's in here?
I stole them from my father. Once you find the crown, open the Bag of Winds and you'll be blown back home.
Honestly, she's the only reason the movie even happens. Later in the journey, when SpongeBob and Patrick are completely losing confidence, Mindy shows up again, this time using mermaid magic to boost their courage.
Keep your eyes shut. With my mermaid's magic and my one tail fin, I command the two of you to turn into men.
Yeah, those mustaches are fake, but Mindy's encouragement does delude the two fools enough into thinking they've transformed into real macho men, so they run straight into the dangerous Shell City. Unfortunately, it takes them all too long to return home with the crown, so Neptune decides to execute Krabs after all. Even in the desperate situation, Mindy desperately tries to stop Neptune from executing Mr. Krabs.
Your 6-day reprieve is up, and...
Please, I didn't do it!
There is nothing else I can do.
You can give SpongeBob and Patrick a little more time.
Although Mindy fails to actually convince her father, she manages to stall him just long enough so SpongeBob and Patrick return with the crown, saving everyone at the last moment. Mindy reunites with them, Neptune gets his crown back, and Bikini Bottom is restored. And who do you think voiced this sweet princess? Well, if you couldn't already tell, it's Scarlett Johansson, aka Black Widow from Marvel. Yeah, that's the same cool lady acting as a kind, generous princess in SpongeBob. It's like she's an actor or something. All right, now let's talk about the single most unhinged character in the entire SpongeBob movie. Meet Dennis. He's from the same movie as Mindy, so while Mindy's out there trying her best to show kindness, make the world a better place, Dennis is a leather-wearing, spike-booted bounty hunter psychopath hired by Plankton to straight up murder SpongeBob and Patrick.
Can I help you with something, sir?
Name's Dennis. I've been hired to exterminate you.
Exterminate us?
Since SpongeBob and Patrick don't quite get the memo, Dennis decides to show them he's not playing around.
You won't have to feel the awesome wrath of our mustaches.
These? I thought you still had a piece of salad stuck to your lip from lunchtime.
Oh yeah, Mindy's mermaid magic just wore off, by the way. Anyway, this is the moment where the movie suddenly remembers it's doing our hero's journey and decides to raise the stakes hard. And Dennis almost loses all of his aura points by committing an extremely foolish mistake.
For some reason, he wanted me to step on you.
Step on us?
Yeah, that way you'll never find out that he stole the crown. Perhaps I've said too much.
Okay, for a second there, I was getting a bit worried about Plankton's search history. I guess he's really just salty because a tiny guy like him can't survive in this cruel, cruel world. But anyway, SpongeBob and Patrick get miraculously saved from getting stomped by Dennis's pain-toed boots.
Don't worry, this'll only hurt a lot. I love this job.
Problem solved, right? Nope. Dennis survives. Later on, as SpongeBob and Patrick are returning to Bikini Bottom with the crown, riding on David Hasselhoff's legs, by the way, Dennis comes back for round 2.
Now Where were we?
Patrick, run!
No, never stop. Run, SpongeBob!
This time, though, his luck finally runs out when he gets taken out mid-chase, permanently removing him from the story. So, who voices this absolute menace? Yeah, it's Alec Baldwin.
You know what I'm saying? Save that guy for later. My wife and I would like to ask you a couple of questions. Sure. Go ahead, shoot.
Adam from Beetlejuice, Boss Baby from Boss Baby, many more roles Alec Baldwin has played aside from his performance in the SpongeBob movie. From Pirates to Christmas now, not sure where that connection is. The next character we got in store for y'all is Santa Claus himself. And of course, he's voiced by one of my favorite celebrities of all time. I don't want to call him a celebrity. He's more like an actor. Starts on a normal Christmas day, which Plankton decides to ruin by mixing jerktonium into festival fruitcakes, a deadly element designed to bring out the meanest version of a person.
And a drop and a bite.
Hi, Santa. Have some fruitcake.
A helicopter and
Well, why don't you get a job and buy all that junk yourself?
I mean, I wouldn't have needed the jerktonium to say that. Still, that's no way to be talking to a kid. As Plankton's jerk virus spreads through the town, the jerk zombies start setting traps to catch the real Santa and ruin Christmas for good. However, Plankton soon realizes that his plans are at risk of collapsing.
I guess it's time to introduce Plan B. Plan B, meet Karen.
So now, while everyone else is a mean jerk, Plankton's fake SpongeBob goes around wreaking havoc to put SpongeBob on Santa's naughty list. Unaware of all this, SpongeBob manages to revive the Christmas spirit inside all the jerks, the passionate performance, and the real Santa finally makes his debut appearance. It's the only time he's shown.
Congratulations, SpongeBob! Your song worked!
Here he comes now!
I guess Santa is using Internet Explorer or something. The jerk virus has already been lifted, old man. What, are you gonna put Plankton on the nice list next?
Call for everyone except Plankton.
What?
I'm just as surprised as you, but compared to the rest of you, he's been a saint. I believe this is what you asked for.
The secret formula? How did you get that?
Huh. How about that? Plankton's plan somehow worked. I guess Santa Claus should ask for a new pair of glasses on his Christmas wish list next time. Luckily, an unexpected savior arrives just in time to clear up all the misunderstandings.
Uh-oh. I am ready to destroy Christmas. Destroy Santa.
Well, Santa now knows that the real SpongeBob is innocent. How's he gonna react now?
I'm out of here. You do realize this counts as naughty.
You do realize that the metal machine does not care.
Hot from the oven, full of love. Hop on.
Epic! SpongeBob's still alive. Now that, Santa basically owes him for saving his life, I mean, a permanent nice list, 100 gifts a year. Give me a Lamborghini, give me a Lamborghini, give me a Lamborghini, give me a Lamborghini, give me. Also, Santa has finally changed his mind about SpongeBob's naughty nature.
You're clearly a very good lad. Unlike the owner of that wind-up monstrosity. What have you got there? Please return to the chum bucket.
Uh-oh. Maybe I was a bit too harsh on the old man. Delivering gifts across the literal globe is a pretty stressful job, so it makes sense he's a little negligent. After Plankton gets what he rightfully deserves, Santa goes on with his duties as usual. But now it's time to look at Santa's voice actor, someone who perfectly captures the warm tone fitting Santa's image, and that person is, of course, John Goodman, who I'm sure doesn't need any introductions.
Please, I'm giving you one chance.
Hey, Howard, just calm down.
One chance!
Starring in The Flintstones, Monsters, Inc., The Emperor's New Groove, heck, the B-movie as the lawyer guy, Smurfs, and many more, this man has an incredible resume. For our next celebrity, we're gonna double back a bit and see another guest appearance from Truth or Square, where Patchy attempts to call Tina Turner to invite her to his event.
Hello? Ahoy, Tina!
Who is this?
The pirate.
Well, I don't know any pirates anymore. Are you sure you have the right number?
Well, there's something wrong here. I don't know if I need new glasses or if that's clearly not Tina Turner. As it turns out, Patchy's the one who needs hearing aids because he invites Tina thinking he's talking to the famous singer.
Because I'm throwing a huge telextravaganza for SpongeBob SquarePants. I'd love it if you'd come down and sing a song for us.
Oh, well, I'm not much of a singer, but I love SpongeBob.
Unfortunately, Patchy still fails to pick up Tina's voice, so she politely tells him he called the wrong number.
Listen, Miss Turner.
Mrs. Turner? Oh, no, this isn't Tina Turner. This is Tina Fey.
Hey, who?
Ooh, and she likes SpongeBob too. I feel so bad for her. But hey, she's still immortalized in the show with this guest appearance, so that's gotta count as something, right? I bet Patchy will know who she is once she performs as Roxy from Megamind. That is, of course, in the future. Okay, so the next celebrity character is a fun little Easter egg. It's Maestro Mackerel, who makes a short appearance when an unconscious Squidward stumbles into a grumpy conductor's auditorium.
Who is that imbecile?
Squidward tentacles.
Although the Maestro is understandably less than impressed, he soon realizes the true genius behind the contraption that is a combination of SpongeBob and Patrick playing Squidward's brain like a fiddle, or clarinet in this case.
All right, whenever you're ready.
The clarinet! Where's his clarinet?
He's magnificent.
Unfortunately, Squidward wakes up and sabotages himself, so there goes any chance of making it big as a soloist. Anyway, Maestro is voiced by a pretty cool guy, almost like an Easter egg. You wanna know who it is? You probably guessed. It is...
The astronaut.
Could you pay me in advance?
You serious?
That dude right there. J.K. Simmons. Unfortunately, J.K. doesn't really get to do any of his iconic laughs in this episode, or screams, or... I mean, he kind of screams, but it's still amazing that we get a sneaky appearance from him in the show. Next, we got another interesting character, Madam Hagfish. This worse than a Karen old lady is a supervillain of her own category. In her first appearance, Madam Hagfish tries to haggle, get it? For a Krabby Patty out of all things.
One Krabby Patty.
I told you, we're closed. I was supposed to get out of here 10 minutes ago.
Oh, but
Nope. Nope.
Please,
Never.
Bro, she hasn't even offered any money yet. Well, you know how it is with Squiddy, and most importantly, Mr. Krabs does not do charity in this house.
Short.
No way, Granny!
All I have. Please.
Nope.
I'm terribly sad.
Please.
I'm confused. Did SpongeBob offer her a patty in secret, or did he just have a roast so fire he couldn't say it out loud? Oh, so SpongeBob calls her into an alley for a secret deal. All he's gotta do is sneak out without anyone noticing.
Night.
A few moments later.
Oh, good, you're here! I brought the stuff.
My goodness. This has to be the most kind thing anyone has.
You're welcome.
Just hurry up and grab it, lady, before the police arrive.
Too late!
Mr. Krabs! How did you find out?
Boy, you'd have to get up pretty early in the morning to sneak a pair of buns like these past old Mr. Krabs.
I mean, I'd normally support charity, but I imagine those burgers are coming out of Mr. Krabs' pantry, so fair play. Unfortunately, by saving those patties, Krabs has unleashed a calamity on his restaurant.
I hereby curse the Krusty Krab.
Although Krabs doesn't initially believe that the curse is real, things get bad since literally nobody shows up to his restaurant. And so he heads on over to Madam Hagfish and begs her to undo her vile curse. She agrees, though she also sends Krabs on a fetch quest with SpongeBob to grab some kind of dangerous treasure in return. After getting the item through a painstaking effort, Krabs reminds the old hag it's time to pay up.
Time to lift that curse like you promised.
A closed sign?
That's the curse?
You think I'm going to waste good spells on a bottom feeder like you? Have a nice day!
Ain't got nothing much to say after that absolute cooking she just gave Krabs. Anyway, it's time to reveal who Madam Hagfish's voice actress is.
You have to get your together, Milo.
That is a very interesting statement coming from you.
You know what?
What?
It's Kristen Wiig. She's just the right kind of crazy to voice a character like the Madam. She also voiced Lucy Wilde from Despicable Me. Of course, you may also recognize Kristen from her impressive comedy career and some movie characters she voiced in popular movies like Rough Nut from How to Train Your Dragon. Our next celebrity fish is Johnny Krill, a rowdy biker who throws a spectacle for everyone at Bikini Bottom Beach. Yep, flashy and completely deranged, so SpongeBob and Patrick both get extremely impressed by the deranged stuntman and his Extreme Spots team. Actually, it's Extreme Sports, but these two goofballs mishear the name and try to dress up for their upcoming audition.
Okay, let's go meet our new hero.
With both of them looking like they're covered in pepperonis, the two meet up with Johnny's bootleg team.
Spots team. As you can see, we're also covered head to toe in the most extreme of spots.
Stop! Extreme spots! Oh!
It's extreme sports.
Now that the gang knows for sure what Johnny's team is going for, they try to impress Johnny with some still not so extreme ideas of their own.
Patrick, on your mark. Jump rope!
Extreme! Hey! Who's holding the other end? My best friend is SpongeBob.
Sing it!
As you can imagine, Johnny and his team, of course, do not feel impressed by SpongeBob and Patrick's little performance, so they decide to give them a real show.
Kick it up a notch.
Inspired by the demonstration, SpongeBob gets a truly extreme idea to demonstrate this time.
Want a clean fight? I don't want to see any trash laying around.
SpongeBob done got knocked out by his own darned pillow. Despite his pathetic performance, Johnny does keep their audition going and shows SpongeBob yet again how to truly make a pillow fight look like a death match.
I'll show you how it's done.
It's dry clean only!
Revenge me! Oh, snap! Looks like the pillow's got an extreme sportsman on its side as well, and this one packs Johnny up real good.
That was extreme, dudes.
You'd think after getting his bones transported into the 2D dimension that Johnny would finally give up on pushing these two, but no, he asks the gang for even more extreme activities that'll add an additional $1 million to his hospital bill. And what do they go for next? Extreme spots.
Jellyfishing, yeah! Dudes, now we get it.
From extreme sports all the way back to extreme spots, have to admit Johnny's a pretty cool guy. Despite being much more capable in the extreme department, he eagerly gives the rookies a chance to teach him and ends up learning much more in the end. So who voiced this extreme character? If you haven't recognized him already, it's none other than Johnny Knoxville from Jackass.
I'm Johnny Knoxville.
And I'm Butterbean.
Today we're going to do a little boxing.
Of course, the entire episode and Johnny's character were a parody of the hilarious stunt show, but the voice actors give it a family-friendly feel that's just right for SpongeBob. So, who do we have next? It's the evil Man Ray, voiced by a celebrity as well. Man Ray makes his first appearance, and SpongeBob and Patrick go around fiddling with Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy's secret storage, and both heroes are off on their vacation.
Hey, SpongeBob, how come he's not chasing us?
Looks like he's frozen or something.
Gee, you think, SpongeBob? Well, now everything would have stayed fine since the super powerful supervillain seemed to be harmlessly sealed, but of course Patrick, with his starfish-sized brain, decides to unfreeze him. Luckily, SpongeBob reverses the unfreezing process, so only part of Man Ray gets unsealed, but the supervillain demands his release.
Well, we can't do that.
Why not?
Because you're evil.
If I was good, then you'd let me go.
Yeah, sure, why not?
No, SpongeBob, just because a villain begs you with a pretty please, you're not supposed to let them go. So after releasing Man Ray from his prison, SpongeBob decides to turn him into a good citizen before releasing him back into society, which gives us this iconic exchange.
Goodness lesson number 1. You see someone drop their wallet. Grab the wallet. Now, what would you do?
Excuse me, sir, but I do believe you've dropped your wallet.
Doesn't look familiar to me.
What?
I think this training is going to have the opposite effect on Man Ray.
Aren't you Patrick Star?
Yep.
This is your ID. Yep. I found this ID in this wallet. This must be your wallet.
That makes sense to me.
Then take it.
Task failed successfully. Now he's gonna be even more murderous than usual. Anyway, just who is the actor behind Man Ray, who also gave us one of the most iconic memes of all time?
I have the eyes of a hawk and the ears of a fox.
It's none other than John Rhys Davies, the guy who played Gimli in The Lord of the Rings and Sala in Indiana Jones, voicing a SpongeBob character. Pretty unexpected, right? Moving on, we got Queen Amphitrite, King Neptune's beloved wife. This caring lady makes her first appearance trying to get her bed-rotting husband to go outside and touch grass.
Oh, Neptune, hiding in bed for days on end, doing nothing but watching daytime television.
Wait! Rochelle was just about to meet her biological parents.
Apparently, a D-grade TV drama is more important to the fallen king than his own wife. We do learn why Neptune is so depressed, and it's truly something unusual.
Is this about turning 5,000 today?
Oh, my darling Amphitrite, it is not my age that troubles me so. It's that our son Triton will not be able to share in my revelry.
It's your 5,000th birthday, for shell's sake.
Oh, Neptune sure is lucky to have her. And so, with his wife's support, he arranges a booking at Krusty Krab's to celebrate his own birthday party to forget about the pain of his lost son. And of course, Amphitrite dutifully accompanies her husband to let him truly enjoy his time.
Oh, husband, I'm so glad to see you're enjoying your birthday party.
And I am glad that you're glad, my dear.
And I'm glad that you're glad that I'm glad, my king.
And I'm glad that you're glad that I'm glad that you're glad.
All right already.
They really get along well, don't they? Unfortunately, even though the undersea visitors try to keep Triton's name out of the king's ears, SpongeBob just comes waltzing in asking why Neptune's son isn't visiting him. This sends him into yet another depressive episode, so he decides to cope by playing a boring video containing the memories of his son. After all that, Krabs tries one last measure to cheer up the sad king.
Okay, who's ready for a piping hot Krabby Patty?
I've lost my appetite.
Take those sandwiches away. It's okay. Let it out.
Seriously, I'm so jealous of Neptune. He gets to be a lazy crybaby, and on top of that, he gets a beautiful wife willing to put up with all of his frackin' antics. Bro, last time I cried in front of people, they just slapped me and kicked me out of a Hot Topic. But speaking of topic, let's get back on that. Amphitrite is actually voiced by Victoria Beckham, who happens to be one of the famous Spice Girls.
I don't want to be seen smiling, having fun, or eating. Perish the thought.
Oh, and she married some guy or something, but wow, a Spice Girl on SpongeBob. So yeah, pretty cool to see someone as sharp as her voice a soft character like Amphitrite, right? Alright, the next character is voiced by an old school legend, but they might not seem as flashy as their actor's reputation. Beatrice from the episode Mall Girl Pearl is a kind old lady who just happens to run across Pearl at the mall, mourning the bad luck she got during her job hunt.
Oh, I'm gonna have to hang out with my dad.
You looking for a job, dearie?
Yeah.
Well, isn't that nice? A kind old grandma helping a desperate teenager score social points with her girlies by getting her a real job. Wait, where's she leading Pearl to?
Weird. I've never been in this part of the mall before.
For good reason, Pearl. Maybe consider waiting a bit longer to ensure your personal well-being. But nope, she just puts all her trust in this kind old lady leading her down an area that I wouldn't go down personally.
What's that smell?
Oh, probably one of the many perfumes that we sell here at Grandma's Apron.
This is the best day of my life.
To her credit, Pearl accepts what she's getting with an open heart and decides to put her all into her weird job. Unfortunately, that's when her snobby friends come over to harass her for social clout.
Hey, girl. I smell mothballs. Where's your moo-moo, Granny?
Oh, don't let those bubble-headed nincompoops get to you, Pearly.
Yeah, that's right. So, what if you're working minimum wage for an old lady's musty store in the most frackin' cracked out part of the city imaginable? There are way worse places to work at. Like the Krusty Krab. Beatrice agrees as well and tries to cheer Pearl up. Unfortunately, Pearl's friends still keep sticking around to mess with her.
You can all just eat barnacles.
Oh, now, girls, be polite.
What are you gonna do about it, Granny?
Bad move, girl. Soon enough, she learns what a granny from the hood is capable of.
Pearl, toss me the arm-used perfume.
Zam! What the frick? Grandma, what are we doing? Holy Anyway, she finishes the job with the glam girls. Now that the girls are tied up, Beatrice just ends up telling them boring old stories from her boring old life for an hour. Clearly a way worse punishment than what I was expecting. Good job, Grandma.
Hour later.
And that's why today we all wear shoes.
Okay, we get it. We will stop being mean. I promise. Just let us go.
Heck yeah! Can always trust an elder to whip a hooligan into shape. In the end, Beatrice eventually sends Pearl back to her friends so she can still fit into society instead of growing socially stunted in her musty old shop. So, it's time for Beatrice's voice actor reveal. Do you recognize who she is? If you didn't, then just know she's voiced by Betty White, well known for her title of First Lady of Television.
This is exactly what happened during the Great Herring War. They couldn't agree on what to do with the herring.
I mean, the possibilities are overwhelming.
Exactly. The Johansons wanted to pickle the herring, and the Lindstroms wanted to train him for the circus.
Yeah, the Betty White from Golden Girls. Her character's name, Beatrice, is also a fun nod to her real name since most Beatrices use Betty as their nickname. And on the topic of old people, next we're going to take a look at Mr. Krabs' pirate grandpa Redbeard. We learned about Grandpa Redbeard for the first time when he sends a letter to Krabs informing him that he's visiting. Unfortunately, Krabs hasn't exactly been carrying out his granddad's honorable legacy of plundering innocent seafarers.
If he were to find out the truth...
Why don't we just make the Krusty Krab look like a pirate ship?
Great idea, SpongeBob. What could possibly go go wrong. And so, after a painstaking, unpaid effort by all of Krusty Krab's employees, the party gets ready to deceive Grandpa Redbeard upon his arrival.
He's coming!
You cheeky boy! Just beginning to think you was lying to your old granddad.
Well, Grandpa thought right, though Krabs does his best to not let him discover his sneaky little secret.
Have you met me hearties? You look like a fine pirate crew.
And although Krabs' crew passes the vibe check, he still needs to convince his granddad that the restaurant is actually a pirate ship. He tries to achieve this by taking the ship out on the test drive using some crafty contraptions to turn it into a 4D motion pirate ride.
Let's sail!
Look at the treacherous surf in our path!
Since the special effects are just a bit too awkward for Granddad to believe, Krabs pulls out his secret technique.
Just a sec. Look out, Grandpa! We're under attack! Don't worry, Granddad.
And of course, Krabs got the perfect finishing touch to seal the deal.
Yeah! Good toss, eh, Granddad? Look!
Honestly, a realistic performance like that would fool anyone, save an old man like Redbeard anyway. Unfortunately, despite all of Krabs' efforts, Redbeard eventually decides to verify his ship's integrity on his own.
I bet you're wondering about that. Do you mind?
What kind of ship are you running here?
The fake kind. Krabs realizes his secret is out as well, so he finally confesses to all of his sins in front of his granddad and shows him the real truth behind Krusty Krab.
Grabby patties, $2!
I'm no pirate. I'm sorry I failed ye.
Well, that seals it. Time to face Grandpappy's dearest loot-covered wrath.
Fail me, boy! I couldn't be more proud. Look at your ludicrous prices. Now that's real piracy.
Thanks, Granddad.
Oh, darn. I should have known. How does their moral code operate anyway? Lying isn't okay, but ripping people off in plain sight is. And so Gramps leaves the restaurant satisfied with his grandson's diverging career path.
Now be taking me leave, boy.
What an honest man.
I hope you don't mind, boyo, but I help myself to a little bit of your booty.
Right, they're still pirates after all. Happy endings and all that. Let's take a look at Grandpa Krabs' voice actor, who managed to make him sound exactly like an older family member from Mr. Krabs, right with the perfect amount of piratey accent. It's none other than Dennis Quaid. Don't look at me like that. Dennis Quaid, you know, the guy from Jaws 3D, Movie 43, The Substance.
Is everything okay? So smile! That's what we want tonight!
Finally, we have Davy Jones, the owner of the ocean's resting place for dead sailors and pirates. In the episode The Big One, the same one with Johnny Depp, the infamous Flying Dutchman gets knocked out and sinks right to the bottom of the ocean, straight to the depths of the infamous Davy Jones's locker. And that's where he encounters the dreaded ocean warden.
Tube sock? That means...
Yeah, that's right, baby. Welcome to my locker.
Oh yeah, the owner of Davy Jones's locker, which is supposed to be a fictional place, is quite literally a guy named Davy Jones, by the way.
And I was picked up by Columbia Pictures. And then they kind of were looking for something that I could be part of. And I auditioned for Wacky Ship in the Army, you know, sort of Hogan's Heroes.
Oh, yeah.
I almost was Robin and Batman.
Is
and
that
all
right?
those, but I didn't want to be wearing those tights.
Well, now, appearing in SpongeBob as yourself is a totally fair alternative, in my opinion. As part of the old school band, the Monkees, Davy was the first love of many young ladies. And that brings us to the end of the list. Now, there are a lot more celebrity guest actors in SpongeBob, but of course I couldn't cover them all. Let me know which ones you were surprised at. Click the video on screen while you're at it. Let me know if you want a part 2 to the series. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.